Hello, I am Anthony Bleck, and today I am reviewing Cradle to Cradle, Remaking the Way We Make Things by William McDonough and Michael Braungart for CSUS 200. This book, it was published in 2002, and it is a manifesto on sustainable design, challenging how we produce and consume goods in a way that harms the environment. One of my theses is that overall it is a pretty groundbreaking call to shift from wasteful cradle to cradle systems to regenerative cradle to cradle models. And I found it eye opening and highly relevant to our course on sustainability and waste reduction. So I chose this book because it aligns with my personal project about the reducing my plastic waste and rethinking the way of waste in general. So one of the core arguments that the author makes is that he argues that the Industrial Revolution created a linear, uh, what was it, cradle to cradle, or no, cradle to grave system where products are made, used, and discarded as waste. And that led to a lot of pollution. It also led to resource depletion and a lot of environmental destruction. So the introduction of the cradle to cradle design was products are created as either biological nutrients or technical nutrients. And one of the main themes of the entire book is that the book itself critiques current eco efficiency and pushes for more eco effectiveness. A lot of examples of that being like redesigning carpets, building, packaging to kind of mimic more of a natural cycle. So, one thing I found interesting about McDonough is he was an architect, and Braungart, he was a chemist. So he drew from their experiences to propose more practical solutions like non-toxic materials, and he did something that was called closed loop manufacturing. And I thought this book was pretty interesting in itself. Is printed it is itself so the book itself is printed on recyclable synthetic paper to kind of embody its own principles that it preaches. So it's kind of cool that they make it you say what you preach and actually follow what they do instead of just still making more of a wasteful more waste that they're trying to preach to get rid of. So in essence, I do think it is blueprint for remaking industry uh, to celebrate abundance, creativity, and kind of like a harmony with the planet rather than just exploitation. So I thought some strengths were that the book is logically structured, as in also not even just logically, physically as well, with the way that they make the book on the different type of paper and all that to kind of minimize waste. It starts with problems on our current system, like toxic chemicals and everyday product, and building to more innovative solutions. So, solutions and ideas. So, it is supported by real world examples such as Ford's River Rouge plant redesign, kind of like something that I looked in on. So, an effectiveness that he had on his arguments was the author used persuasive like analogies in the book, and he kind of compared human industry to nature's waste-free cycles. And this makes complex ideas accessible and convincing. A weakness is that while like visionary, some sections assume readers like they assume that the readers have more background knowledge on this and like chemistry or design. So it made a little bit of sense to me because I've taken some chemistry courses here at MSU. Haven't taken any design, so like it just made a little bit of sense to me. But and not the average person takes your design or chemistry course, so it might be a little bit more confusing to them and not as clear for like beginners. So there's some optimism that feels idealistic at sometimes rather than more real, and it has a less focus on economic barriers itself. So my overall evaluation is, despite these little minor flaws that I read and you can kind of see, the analysis is kind of mostly clear and fault free, and it enhances like a understanding of sustainability by shifting focus from reducing harm to creative positive to create more of a positive impact. It's also a must read for anyone in environmental studies, I would say myself. So it kind of challenges assumptions about green products and then shows how even recycling can be downcycling if it degrades materials and promotes upcycling for true circularity. So one of my initial reactions for this book is that the book shifted my mindset from just kind of minimizing the waste to designing it out entirely, making me more reflective about my daily choices. So I'm going off that as well, like in my current project for my plastic reduction project, I've cut my usage by at least like 95%, I would say. And that I did that through more reusables and bulk buying. The book's idea inspired me to like think of this personal habit, and it advocates for products made from technical nutrients that could eliminate plastic pollution at the source. And influences, it made me question consumer culture. For instance, I now have evaluated items based on their life cycle a little bit more, which I've never done before, and not just more convenience. And it has motivated me to research some more eco-effective brands and share these concepts with my friends, my roommates, my families. And on a personal level, it kind of gave me hope amid environmental despair as we've seen in the world today. It's kind of just seems very gloomy, and it kind of brings a little light into that. So it empowers me to see like myself as part of like more of a solution rather than just be part of the problem. And it's already influencing some of more of my other interests as well. So I would definitely recommend this book to students, professionals, or maybe me like anyone in sustainability. Well, definitely in sustainability, but like even like that has any interest in it, I would definitely recommend them to it. So I would say it's a more of a transformative like idea for understanding how we can like remake our world without like as much sacrifice. And a reason for that being, first, it's a practical some practical examples provide like insights for real change. It like secondly, like the positive abundance focused approach is like refreshing compared to the doomy environmental books that I've read before. And then like lastly, like a last reason could be like it's especially relevant today with like the economic movements that are in the world today, and especially if you're in a course like CSUS 200 or working on anything like eco-friendly, eco-related, it kind of deepen your perspective, inspire a little bit more motivation amongst all the doom, like I said. So, in conclusion, Cradle to Cradle is a logical, impactful guide to sustainable redesign that has personally motivated me to live more regeneratively, especially in the project that I'm doing today. And you know, yeah, thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or anything else, I think only the professor sees this. So if the professor sees this and you have any questions or you just like my video, just give a friendly thumbs up. Have a great day.